Welcome everyone, this is Like It's 1985, and today's review is going to be a Robot Spirit G&X III ESFF Type action figure from Bandai, of course. And I'm back. Now, one of the first things I noticed once I got him outside of his packaging was the material of the actual toy itself. Now, I have several Mobile Suit in Action figures from the Seed and Seed Destiny line. And what I've noticed with the Robot Spirits, at least with this particular one, is the actual plastic is a harder plastic, and it actually feels like a model kit. Whereas with the Mobile Suit in Action Seed Destiny figures that I have, it's a hard plastic, but it's more of a little bit of a softer plastic, I guess. It's hard to describe, but there is quite a difference, and it's at least noteworthy to me because I'm mostly used to the Mobile Suit in Action Seed Destiny figures. So that's one of the first impressions I had once I removed him from his packaging. As far as the articulation goes, off camera I compared his articulation with the 1/144 high grade model kit that I have of this same mobile suit, and there pretty much aren't that many differences. If we start with the neck articulation, that's one of the differences. With the Robot Spirits, he can really move his head around, as you can see. Whereas the actual model kit, the collar guard is higher, I believe, and so it really hinders the movement. So that's one difference between this Robot Spirits action figure and the model kit. Now, as far as the shoulder articulation, you've got this piece here where my forefinger is here, or my index finger. It's got that movement, which is similar to the model kit. And then you've got a ball jointed shoulder here, and you get similar movement as compared to the model kit as well. So I don't think the model kit is a ball joint necessarily, but it's got the similar motion as the model kit. If we move to the upper arm, we got upper arm rotation there. Got a bend in the elbow, which is about the same degree of bend you have with the model kit, so no major differences there that I could discern. Wrist articulation, of course, it's on the ball joint. Now the hands are kind of worth mentioning. As far as the fingers go, the fingers are a really soft plastic, so you get these two open hands, and you also get closed fists like that, and I'll show you those in just a second. But it's really a soft plastic there. This piece here, this chest piece, as compared to the actual model kit, the model kit has points of articulation, and even it can't really move at all. Really, it just casts as one piece, and it doesn't move on a joint like the model kit. Going down to the waist, you got waist articulation, and it looks like you can go 360. So, as can the model kit. These pieces here on the sides, they articulate similar to what the model kit can do. So there's no surprises there, but you've got this, as you can see, there's this motion here. Moving down to the hips. Hips are on a ball joint, so you've got a wide range of movement, and you don't, as you can see, you don't have a lot of skirt armor to hinder that movement. So you can go out and pretty wide range of articulation. You've got this piece here, which also is articulated in the model kit. You can see he's got a pretty good bend at the knee, and there's no swiveling. There's no upper swivel joint at all. And of course, you got the ball jointed foot, or ankle rather. And these pieces are a softer plastic, and they kind of move up and down a little bit, but just a little bit. So really, overall there's not a lot of difference between articulation-wise with this Robot Spirits action figure and the 1/144 high grade model kit. So the only thing you got to put together really is just this piece here. It comes packaged separately. You just plug it in there. No worries there. Moving on to the actual accessories you get. There's not going to be really any surprises here. You get a beam handle with a beam. Now this beam is a darker red than you get actually in the model kit, and I can show you that really quickly here. I think you might be able to see how the difference in shades there. Not a big deal though. So you got a beam and a beam handle. You've got the rifle here, and as you can see, I went ahead and placed one of his fists, his grasping fists onto the handle of the rifle. And you got some pieces here that move. Like if you wanted to, have different poses, you can move this piece here, and then this piece here tabs into the forearm, as you can see right there. So you got some stability there, but then also it articulates to the side here too as well, as you can see. So the rifle, and you've got the shield. Now the shield is interesting because with the robot spirits you have the ability to take this blade out and spin it around like that. The model kit does not have that feature. You just tap it into place like that, and you're done. This is nice. You have this spinning blade action, as you can see there. And again, this will tab into the side here on his forearm there. And last but certainly not least is the lance. And again, here's the other hand you can get with it with the action figure. You do have the handle here you can bring down right there for if you want to use it in rifle mode. But me being a fan of King Arthur and Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff, I like the lance mode myself. I prefer that mode. And you can see that the handle itself does extend quite a bit, and I checked on the model kit and it doesn't extend quite that far, so it's quite, as you can see, it's quite tall once you extend it fully out. So the last thing I'm going to do, well, at least last thing before my final thoughts, is I'm going to bring out the high-grade model kit and just kind of point out some differences between this and the model kit. And now we have the model kit on the left standing next to the Robot Spirits action figure. Of course, you can notice that the model kit is slightly taller than the Robot Spirits action figure, but really where the dramatic dimensions come into play is in the width, the girth of the model kit as compared to the Robot Spirits action figure. The other dramatic difference I notice is the coloring with the Robot Spirits. The upper part of his mobile suit, you've got this kind of a dark, I guess navy blue coloring, and how this contrasts with the rest of the Robot Spirits figure is quite dramatic. You can see it goes from this darker blue to this really kind of a lighter gray color, and the contrast you really notice it here with the action figure, whereas you don't with the model kit. And these both are ESFF Type 3 mobile suits, so I would expect them to have similar colors, and I don't know why Bandai chose to make the darker blue contrast so much with the rest of its mobile suit, which is not a bad coloring. I just expected it to be more like the model kit, but then that in fact may be the reason why they chose to do that, to kind of differentiate the Robot Spirits being an action figure with the actual model kit. Like I mentioned before in the articulation portion of this review, you got much more of a range of motion with the Robot Spirits neck articulation than you do with the model kit. Other than that, the articulation is pretty much the same, which is good. I like that. Now, the other difference is in the shield. The shield with the Robot Spirits, of course, the blades can rotate around for the GN shield effect, whereas with the model kit, you just snap it into place. It doesn't rotate at all. So, really, that's really the major differences, as well as the chest area, where this part is one solid piece. You've actually got joints that can articulate, and this whole section can articulate, whereas this cannot. One other small difference between the action figure and the model kit: with the action figure, you get this nice paint application of silver metallic color on the lance, whereas here you could get the same effect, but you'd have to paint it. So, a small difference, but that's kind of nice to have that nice silver color with the Robot Spirits action figure. Now, it's really hard for me to say whether I'll be picking up more Robot Spirits, just because this is my first one, and there's nothing wrong that I can find with this particular action figure. I most likely will be picking up more mobile suit and action figures, and that's only because I'm really into Seed and Seed Destiny. So I'm more likely to pick up more of those figures than I will the robot spirits. Now, if they come out with something interesting in the robot spirits, as far as mobile suit design that I like, then I may end up picking up another robot spirits. But it's only because I'm into Seed and Seed Destiny that I will be picking up more mobile suit in action more likely than I will be with the robot spirits. And I found that, at least in the cases that I have, the GNX was definitely taller than the mobile suit in action Seed Destiny figures. So that was good. I mean, I appreciate the fact that they made these robot spirits in scale to be taller than the previous mobile suit in action line. So that's definitely is a good thing to see. So yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll catch you later in the next review.